Hi Pisces, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your finishing out 2017 love reading. What is going on for the second half of December? What's going on in Pisces love life for the rest of the year? Pisces. Plus Mercury's been retrograde, so it's just been kind of crazy. Travel, communication, breakdowns. Okay. All right, Pisces love life. What's going on in Pisces love life? I don't know why I keep feeling compelled to keep shuffling these. It's usually a faster process. What's going on in Pisces love life for the second half of December? I think it's because I'm Pisces rising, and it's like I connect with you guys on such a emotional level, and it's weird. Pisces love life for the rest of 2017. All right, let's do it. Merry Christmas, by the way. Okay, 10 card Celtic cross. Actually, okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups reversed. Why is this reversed, Pisces? This means that your wishes are not coming true right now, or there's some sort of lack of emotional fulfillment. On some level. Like, on some level, there's a lack of emotional fulfillment. Can you see all these? Okay. Yes, you can. So, what is that about? Why do I say that? Because on your foundation, Pisces, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is a third party situation. This is the card of flirting. This is the card of being too flirty with other people when you're in a committed relationship. This is a card of letting your mind wander into somebody else. Okay? This is the card. This also is just a card of camaraderie and having fun with friends and family and going out to eat and celebrating. But in a love reading, this is more so a third-party cheating scenario. So either somebody's cheating or you're cheating on somebody. Now, it doesn't have to be. Again, this is a general reading. If you want a private reading, I forgot to say this in the intro. I'm doing private readings again now. I was going to take a little bit longer break, but I missed doing them. So I have a bunch of specials up on my site. So if you want to book a private reading, I would do it before the end of the year because I have like pretty big discounts. So just a heads up. So anyway, this is a general reading. It doesn't have to apply. It doesn't mean everybody. Okay. So, but I'm sensing here again that somebody's doing something mischievous. Definitely because you're impacted by it. Or at least your wishes aren't coming true with them, but you may be so over caring that you're just like over it, because the Nine of Swords reversed is a card of like you're just letting go. It's like you were hurt, but now you're just done. You could have been hurt, now you're just done. So this could be that somebody's just overly flirty, overly social, right? Overly talkative. Like there's too much going to and fro. There's too much anxiousness, or like not being able to sit still, or like there's too much stuff going on and it's stressful. It stresses you out. And so I think maybe on some level that you maybe at one point wanted this to be the person for you, and you're realizing now that they might just like they're driving you nuts. I feel like they're driving you nuts, and I'll say that in a specific reason in a minute. But what we also have here is this Ace of Swords reversed. So this is a lack of clarity. Like you don't know what's going on. And if you're dealing with an air sign, which we have a lot of swords here, so you very likely could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, because you guys have that type of quality where Pisces and air signs have that type of quality where you actually get along really well in social situations, and you're very creative together. You kind of bring out each other's creativity, but like air signs are way more fast moving than you. You kind of like you're still peace, and that drives them nuts, and them not being able to sit still or not being able to stop talking, or them not being able to like finish projects, and they're always doing stuff. They're like always doing stuff, which is great. They're incredibly brilliant people. But I think it drives you nuts on some level, and I think that it actually develops this air of mistrust and distrust because there's just always so many people around them all the time. So that could be what's happening, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So yeah, but whatever it is, like there's a lack of clarity of what is or what was or is really happening. Okay, so in your past, we have the Two of Wands. So in the past, you're looking at your past, looking at your future, looking at where you are, looking at what you want. Who do you want to walk through this life with? What type of person do you want to walk through this life with? Here the answer is in your past is that you definitely wanted somebody. And I think you thought you found them, and I think that you may have fooled yourself a little bit. Okay, so in your foundation, we have the Queen of Swords. And this is why I'm saying all of this kind of negative undertone. And I don't want to be negative, Pisces. I love you guys. I want you guys to be happy. But I think that the reason why there's like this negative undertone and a negative slant to this, and why I brought in the air signs, is because in your foundation, which is the foundational issue that's causing all of this other stuff to happen, is the Queen of Swords reversed. And, Pisces, when the Queen of Swords is reversed, like this girl, this guy, he will straight up mind F you, okay? And I think I said this, I don't remember I think I said this in Gemini's. I think it was Gemini. I can't remember for sure. But out of all, you, Pisces, are so connected and in tune with other people's emotions and flows of energy between people. That's why you're so good with groups of people. And that's why people feel connected to you so quickly. And but there's only one air signs, and probably actually specifically Aquarius and Gemini, even more so, are the only ones that can kind of one-up you in terms of speed of thought, and they can kind of like weasel their way. Like you'll feel the reality of the situation, but they'll talk their way out of it to you. So they can be very malicious and very sneaky, and it's like they work around the red tape, but it's not really ethical in terms of like relationship dynamics. And so it gets at you. So they may not actually being bad. They may not actually be lying or cheating or stealing or manipulating, but they very well could be. But you can't quite put your finger on it because they're weaseling their way with their words into you, saying it's like they're kind of double binding you in the fact that you don't really have any other sort of way to believe it. So you have to take it at their word because you don't actually have any proof. But they're full of shit. But you have to take their words because they're good words, right? They're good with their words. So I think they're one-upping you a little bit, Pisces. And I think you need to really take a hard look at your intuition and how you're actually feeling and listen to that, because Pisces, that doesn't lead you astray. Okay? But this quick-wittedness, which is awesome, But they can walk all over you and take advantage and lie and get away with all sorts of stuff. And you won't know because they'll talk their way out of it. And you'll feel like you have to believe them and you don't. And I don't know why this is such a specific message. It's weird. But okay, so there is definitely an air sign. There's definitely like manipulation and deceit going on some level. It's not sitting well with you. You don't have clarity. You thought that this was like, you were kind of excited about it. Okay, so what's at the... you have a decision to make. You don't want to make this decision. That's why the moon is here, is specifically speaking to you. It's why this water is all rough here. Okay? Like, it's an emotional decision. It's going to suck. Okay? And you're turning your back to it because you're just not ready to make that decision just yet. It's crowning your reading. But I think you're going to get your answer really quickly. And that answer is the Knight of Swords, and this is the air sign swooping in, trying to make amends, trying to make change. But I think at this point it's like too little too late. No matter how grand this gesture is, it's like this relationship is already burning down. You can't, first of all, you're a mile away, so you can't like rush in and save it. Plus you don't even have the right tools. Where's the water? So it's like, thanks, but it's not enough. Thanks, I appreciate you saying this stuff now. I appreciate you showing me this stuff now. But frankly, it's not enough. And you should have done that a long time ago. And after all this BS you put me through, I don't believe a word you're saying. It's kind of, I'm sensing that type of energy. Okay, so how you feel about the situation. I feel like at one point, Pisces, you were super excited about this person. You wanted to have babies. You wanted to start something new, start a business together maybe. You were really excited to go into the new year with them. But now it's just gone. Like all hope, all energy, all excitement, gone. Like you're not excited about it anymore. Okay. And how they feel about it is the Six of Swords reversed. So they're not even thinking about it. That's the thing. They're not even going on a journey to have any sort of introspection about it. They're not even trying to understand your point of view. They're not even trying to. They just think they're right. And frankly, if you're dealing with a Gemini or an Aquarius, like they like to be right. Okay? Even if they're wrong, they will mesh the words until they're right. They are good at that. It's called word salad. And they can do it better than anybody else. And that's not a bad trait. That's a beautiful trait. But when they're doing it with lies, it's a very bad trait. Okay, so clearly they're not even trying to... These are like empty... It's like... It's fake. This is fake. Like if they were really trying to fix something, when they'd be closer to, they'd have the appropriate tools. What are you going to do? Fan this fire out with your cape? What are you going to do? Cut the fire with your sword? Like, you can't fix this situation. You're not even prepared. So don't come in here and act like you're really wanting to fix this, because you're not. You're full of shit. Okay, so your fear, your hope and fear. The Death card reversed. So you're afraid you're not going to be able to get out of this cycle. You're afraid there's not going to be a transformation. You're afraid this is fake. Okay. But you kind of want to hear. You want to hear them. You want to make sure that this is something that... I think you're kind of done giving them the benefit of the doubt, though, Pisces. I think you're kind of done giving the benefit of the doubt, and you know that something can't be transformed. It just can't be transformed. It's not that it needs to. It cannot be transformed. So what's your outcome? Okay, King of Wands. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or just moving forward with a higher purpose. This could, in fact, be you taking on this energy, Pisces, like fighting for something that actually has depth to it. Like the fire signs, they're fighters. And like Aries, again, like they're ruled by the god of war. They are fighters, but they don't fight just for fighting's sake. I mean, they fight for something that has a higher purpose. Everything has depth to what they do. And I'm not trying to highlight Aries by any sense of the mean word, but that's what this King of Wands, like marching towards future with purpose, with dedication, with motivation, like to make a change. I feel like it's like this person just gets so caught up in their immediate environment, and yeah, they can like flit around and do all this stuff and say all this stuff and get all excited, but then it's like then they're in the next moment and then they do it there too, and then they're in the next moment and then they do it there, and it's like too much of this moving around, talking around, shuffling around, going around. It's like too much going and coming on some level. And it's like you need something that's more stable and sturdy and long drawn out, like something that's solid for a long time instead of being solid just in a moment. Does that make sense? I don't know why I went so in depth in that reading. You guys just have a long reading. Let's clarify this Knight of Swords. Please clarify this Knight of Swords. What's going on here? Please clarify this Knight of Swords. You need something that can be focused on a long-term goal and focused on like staying consistent. You need that consistent focus. Okay, Knight of Swords. Please clarify the Knight of Swords for Pisces. The Emperor. So they're going to fight. That is the card of Aries. But I don't think that's what that's talking about. I think that this is talking about this air sign on some level. I mean, maybe they're air and fire. So that could be too. And if they're air and fire, that's kind of dangerous because they're not going to connect with your emotions the way you need them to. Like, nope. But to clarify that, it means that, so the Emperor, he is, like, he rules an empire. So they're coming in trying to make changes and force you to do something. They're being cunning. They're being manipulative because they're wanting to be in charge. They're wanting to be in control. It's like a masculine energy kind of trying to control you on some weird level. And I feel like they're losing, and so they're going to try to force something. Please clarify this King of Wands. Because I feel like, honestly, I feel like a fire sign wouldn't do this. They don't play mind games like that. They don't, like, they're not going to waste their time doing it. That's a waste of time. Okay, please clarify this King of Wands. Queen of Wands reversed. Oh my goodness, Pisces. I did not want this to get this long. Hold on, I'm just going to pull one more. Please clarify these fire signs in your outcome. All right, that's it. Done. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so your outcome. I talked about purpose-driven fight. I talked about goal orientation. I talked about the solidity of something real, real goals, real partnership goals, what you're really working towards together. Okay, this is game playing. Okay. But I feel on some weird level, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, which could be you or another fire, water sign, and the Queen of Wands reversed, which is Aries again, or another fire sign. And it's like you're both reversed. So what does this mean, Pisces? I mean, is this something that, it's like you wanted it to be a certain way, but it's not. And it's kind of has both of you feeling kind of upside down. And I don't think this has anything to do with this air sign. unless the air sign has a lot of fire in their chart. But there is a fire sign involved here on some level, and I don't think it is you that's doing the cheating. There's a fire sign involved on some level here, and there's a water sign involved, and it's like both of you are topsy-turvy in terms of what's going on. There's stress and there's frustration. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to clarify again. Okay. Justice. You'll get the answers. Justice will be served. That at least means justice will be served. So whatever it is, I'm not even saying justice needs to be served, but it kind of means that you'll kind of come out the one on top. So if this guy or girl, this air sign's trying to play games with you, Pisces, or manipulate you, or they're messing up your headspace and they're making your emotional equilibrium all over the place, like, you don't have to be around that. And I think they're trying to pull out all the last stops on some level, and it's just kind of driving you nuts. And I think at the end of the day, you just want something that is a little bit more long-term and has some real growth potential instead of all this like to and fro, flitting around to and fro. And the Justice card could in fact mean, maybe you need to be with a fire sign, or maybe you need to take on those types of traits in order to get what you want, or to fix this situation if that's what you really want. But there's that air energy again though, right? There's that air energy. That's the card of Libra. So maybe thinking more with your head instead of with your emotions, which is very difficult. I don't know, Pisces. Please leave your comments below. This is odd. I'm going to leave some high-level advice and guidance cards for you because this was a very tough reading to clarify in the end. The beginning of it all makes perfect sense to me, but I don't understand the water sign and the fire sign and both of them being reversed. And the fact that there's going to be clarity and justice that comes from that. I don't understand that as your outcome card. When there's a complete lack of transformation with this air sign, when there's manipulation, when there's cunning behavior, when there's lies, when there's cheating. I don't understand what this fire sign has anything to do with. So please, Spirit and Universe, what are the high-level advice and guidance messages? High-level advice and guidance messages for Pisces with respect to this reading. Okay. The Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hierophant reversed. This is clear. This is clear. This is your advice and your guidance, Pisces, okay? This is your advice and your guidance. What does this mean? This is so clear to me. This means the Chariot means you need to leave the situation and move forward into something that is stable, where you share goals, where you share lifestyles, where you share similar lifestyles, where you share similar, like there's this undercurrent in the relationship of realness and stability and dedication. Like you want this. And what you have is that's not what you have. So you have to leave that. And I honestly think, Pisces, that you wanted it to be like that, but it's not. You need something a lot more stable. And I'm not talking stable in terms of money. I mean, yeah, but I'm talking more in terms of the undercurrent of the relationship. Like, what's the vibe between you two? Are you on the same wavelength? And I'm not talking about being different. I'm just talking about, are you in sync? Okay? Because no, you're not. That's why you need to leave. This is not a type of situation that is going to be a traditional long-term relationship. Okay? If you're in a long-term bond, something's got to change, or you've got to succumb to the fact that this is not going to be the way you thought it was going to be, and you have to accept that. And you have to let it be. Okay, if you're in a long-term bond and there's like this serious tension and you're dealing with the air sign, they're gonna win most likely, and you've got to accept that. Okay. Okay, Pisces. I didn't mean to make that so long, but thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. And if you want a private reading, you can just click on the link below. All right. Bye. Love you.